Yo, what's up with y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. And if you don't, it's Trot Wham on Twitter, Walter Trotter Twosome. It's Wham Talk. And we up in here. We up in here live. We live on YouTube. We live in Spaces. Shout out to everybody that's joining us on Spaces as well. Sorry, I had it muted. Trying to figure out like the cohesiveness of doing it on YouTube and in Spaces. I mean, that boy Chris make it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? But the way I started off, I ain't start off good at all, bro. I ain't start good at all, bro. But at the same time, we back up in this motherfucker. We in here. Shout out to everybody just joining us on Twitter, on YouTube. We are live streaming on YouTube. Yeah, man. And make sure you guys hit the like button, like and subscribe. What's up to Gerald Jones up in here? And again, if you want to comment, you got to go to YouTube. Got to go to YouTube to comment, but you can talk to us here in Spaces as well. So I kind of want to just go over the card as I see fit. I just came from doing a show with my guy RC, Hugh Capper, and Crispy Capping. You know what I mean? Those guys are bright brothers. Got me on some good plays there, some good plays that I liked already. So I got a few plays I locked in, some more I'm definitely gonna be locking in later on. Got some solid people up in here in the Spaces, man. I see my guy Ski, I see Finesse, see Jimmy Gomez. What's up, bro? What's up, Dia? Big Meech. KC, what's happening with y'all? What's up, Eastside, Ty? Shout out to everybody else. Jimmy up in the chat. DJ Big Boss on YouTube. What's happening with y'all, man? Hey, man, it's all love. And I'm not here to waste y'all time if y'all rewatching this as well. So, again, it's January 30th, 2023. NBA betting tips. Trot Wham on Twitter. So, make sure you follow me. Let's go right to the nitty gritty, bro. There's no AD, no LeBron. The Lakers go to Brooklyn. Starting at back-to-back, first half of a back-to-back. They play the Knicks tomorrow. Right now, they play the Nets. Nets are right now 8.5 favorites. Total is 230.5. You know, Kyrie has been balling since KD's absence. KD's missed 9 games. Kyrie has balled out in 8 of those games. 32 points is what he's averaging. Lakers right now, bottom 10 in three-point makes of what they're allowing opponents. Right now, this team in the Brooklyn Nets are number 1 in three-point percentage. 47% from three is what they shooting. Something crazy right there. So it is what it is. And make sure y'all, if y'all do want to speak here on Spaces, make sure y'all request. Yeah, that's just what I say here. Again, I got to figure out the cohesiveness of doing this live like that. But again, we are live on Twitter Spaces and we're live here on YouTube, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But yeah, so I think the Lakers are kind of being open to giving up threes, but what they have been doing is holding opponents to 35% in that same 5-game span that we talked about. The league leading Brooklyn Nets, they're shooting 47%. These guys been our top 10, actually ranked number 9th, and 35% is what they're allowing opponents, the Lakers. I don't really look at LeBron as a great defender, and AD hasn't played a lot of those 5 games, so he's only played 2 of those 5 games, so he hasn't really been involved in their defense. So I'm not really expecting the defense to make a drop off because they've been giving up points here. I think it's going to make a improvement here because you got a little bit younger legs, you know, healthier legs, I would say. And you did get taller with Rui Hachimura, the addition that probably is going to play a lot of minutes today, probably in the upward of 30 minutes. So I expect the Lakers to play a little bit of defense. The total's at 230.5. It's nothing officially that I made here, but that's the way I'm leaning in that game. You know, we'll talk about that one later on. If someone has any information they want to talk about there, we'll go straight into this next game where I actually do have more action here. And let me make sure I'm looking at it right. Yes, the Orlando Magic at the 76ers. The Magic are road dogs at 9 points. The 76ers did what they do. I think Embiid got the monkey off his back. He had to get the monkey off his back. Is he the best big man in the league? He just beat one of the best big man in Jokic, you know, back-to-back MVP. And I think he kind of feels some type of way. I mean, we do know what happened yesterday. You know, Philadelphia Eagles, they're on the way to the Super Bowl. It's a lot of celebrations going on in the Sixers. So it's going to be a vibe. It's a vibe out there. And definitely you want to come out and win. And this is like a gambling city, bro. So, you know, the number is pretty outrageous. I think a lot of people are expecting the Sixers to take this game serious because right now the Milwaukee Bucks are taking every game serious. They're taking every game serious. locking in on every opponent in front of them. Doesn't matter if it's OKC, doesn't matter if it's Toronto. They're locking in on every opponent. They're winning games. I think you're starting to see a little bit of that with the 76ers, and they've shown that. Tyrese Maxey's been balling. I wouldn't be so quick to fade the Sixers here, even though they have been out there. They probably hit the strip club with the champions, with the football team. So they're probably feeling some type of way. I'm not taking the side as of yet, but I do want to talk to my guy Ski. I do want to talk to my guy Babano, them guys over there at Pub Sports before I, kind of lock in the Sixers. But I think the Sixers are live here today. What I did lock in, like I did tell and tempted, I did lock in DeAnthony Melton over 19 and a half points. He didn't get just 10 points over his last 3 games. He went over this number kind of convincingly, shooting at a crazy, a higher volume in shots over the last 3 games. And he's went over this 9.5 points those last 3 games as well. So I like that look a lot. -120 is what I got it at. That's the first official play for me, DeAnthony Melton. Just in case if those guys have been, drinking Trulies, what I'm saying, champagne and all that shit over the last few days there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing that, but neither here nor there. I think that DeAnthony Melton, even if those guys are out there playing, he's going to get the attempts today to go over this 9.5 points. So we got DeAnthony Melton over 9.5 points. Next game that we'll talk about, because I'm trying to go through this pretty quick. That way we get somebody up here that I do have action on. I want to waste your time. It's going to be the Kings, man. The Kings going up against the Timberwolves. I just believe, and I just got the show with RC and Crispy capping, and basically just told those guys too, like, man, I just think that it's a bad matchup for Sabonis and the guys that they have on the front court wise for the Timberwolves. I think Rudy Gobert knows those, European guys know European guys. Let's start there. So I think Sabonis is a bad matchup. I'm sorry, Rudy Gobert is a bad matchup for Sabonis here. And it showed in that last game on Saturday. They're playing each other again. And our guy RC did mention on his show that when these guys play back to back so far this year, when there's a back to back scenario and the team covers the first game, they most likely cover and win the next game as well. So I think that kind of correlates with this look, along with Anthony Edwards. I mean, we've seen him going crazy countless times. He's going up against the same team that he already put the pause on. I expect him to do the same. He's probably going to be one of those guys that be on the cusp of making the All-Star game, and I expect him to be making that push, like some other young players to do that so far. So I think that Anthony Edwards, along with D'Angelo Russell, both of those guys are probably good prop guys today. And I think Ant Edwards, his prop is at 27.5, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 20.5 for 20.5 for D'Angelo, 27.5. Both of those guys hitting that 62% over the last 8 games. And the opponent is ranked 27th in the position and guard position. So in the guard position is ranked 27th for the Timberwolves. So both of those guys are pretty live. You're getting a little bit easier look with D'Angelo Russell. He has been going over his 3-point props as well. So you maybe want to look towards him here. But both of those guys being at their guards, the opponents are ranked 27th in that regard. So they may be able to get live tonight. You know what I'm saying? For both of those guys, just like they did in the last game, went over these totals pretty easily. That's the way I'm looking here. I'm sorry, as far as props wise, but I did take Timberwolves. I got them at money line -105. That's an official play for me as well in this game. I'm on the Timberwolves, man. This game right here, the Wizards Spurs, and I know I didn't miss anything. Yeah, the Wizards Spurs here. The Wizards are on the road favorites. Typically, we don't think to back them because they're road favorites, but they're road favorites against the Spurs at +6. The total is at 241.5. This is a game that I have nothing on, bro. So to be honest with you,
fuck this basketball game. Back with it.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with that game, bro. I'm not fucking with that game. I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna stay away from this game. But I'm sorry, this is a side. I'm gonna stay away from this game as far as the side. But as far as a prop, I do love the Jeremy Shohan. I'm glad my boy gave me the right pronunciation there. Jeremy Shohan over 13.5 points. He's went over this total 6 straight times, bro. I mean, we know what type of time they're on as far as the San Antonio Spurs. I will say it is a bad matchup for him in this game, though. I will say that because you probably are getting a lot of guys that's going to be playing up for this game. As far as the Wizards, I kind of would lean the Wizards' way, But again, they are fucking favorite on the road. I mean, they have been clicking against a team that I expect to be, Victor Wembanyama shopping in the Spurs. But I think that being said is the reason why I'm just going to lock in on the prop with Jeremy. I think Jeremy continues to get over this number, over 13 and a half points. It's not famous yet. So if you were listening right now, you know what I mean? I might not tweet this out. You feel me? I might not tweet this out. This might just be one of those, you heard me say it on the show, and I am on this. This is an official play for me. 1 unit play for over 13 and a half points. Jeremy Shohan, again, hit it 8 straight times, bro. I just got to go back to the well with it. Um, I'm sorry, 6 straight times. And I got to go back to the well with it. So that's the way I'm looking for that game. Again, I don't trust the Wizards enough to back them, but I wouldn't be mad or talk you off if you are thinking about the Wizards there. Other than that, let's get some people in here, man. If you guys, I'm gonna send some invites, just in case if anybody want to come up here and speak, anybody want anything to say, you know what I'm saying? Say no more, no pressure. You don't have to. But we don't anybody that's on Twitter spaces, you got anything you want to say, just hop in here. You got any plays, anything like that, holla at your boy. Also, anybody in the chat on YouTube, you got information that you want to share, definitely give it out. Our guy, LJ from H Town, is a frequent guest here, frequent host here on Who-Bangin. He says, Wizards first quarter, big money. Let's look that up, my boy. I know you always got the great props. You like to take the great trends there with that. So I agree with you. I'm sure that's gonna. I agree with you there because I expect them to take this game serious. But it's them on the road. It's kind of tough. But maybe you could take me. You could maybe them on the road recently has been pretty good. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm gonna pull that up there. But yeah, make sure you guys, if you guys do want to speak or anything, just holla. Hit the speaker request there. For the most part, those are the games that I locked in so far. Again, Jeremy Shohan over 13 and a half points, hit 6 straight times at -115. I got the Timberwolves -105 money line. Same scenario that happened last on Saturday. I'm locking in with that. And DeAnthony Melton over 19. I'm sorry, 9.5 points. I kind of feel like I should be laddering that up, especially if the guys aren't playing today. Maybe it's some weird, funky stuff. We don't have all the injury reports yet. So, and let me do a refresh here just to make sure. But yeah, so I honestly was just trying to test this out, man. Just to make sure y'all can hear me on the spaces, y'all can hear me on YouTube. It doesn't seem like I'm having issues. I don't see nobody saying nothing crazy that they can't hear me or anything. Oh, what's up, Ski? You on here, bro? Can you hear me good?
Yo, what up?
Yo,
You hear me?
yeah, I got you, bro. You got here, and you live on YouTube too. They can hear you on YouTube, so don't say nothing like it ain't gonna. This is a Fed situation. I'm gonna just let you know.
Oh,
This shit
it's
is
fake safe.
federal.
Okay,
This shit
okay.
is federal. They call me Lieutenant Wham for a reason, my nigga. No, just looking. But nah. I'm glad you're here, bro. I mean, any of the picks that I said so far, do they got you? Am I in the wrong side or anything, or you kind of fucking with what I'm saying? What you think, bro?
Well, you were looking at some people that was a little bit more under the radar than I was looking at.
Got you.
Melton sound good. Um, I don't know why you're not looking at Draymond though.
I
I feel
like.
like it's money to be made in that game because they're gonna play the small ball. He's gonna start at center.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with it's just like one of those things I haven't got to yet. You know what I mean? You know how it is. Like I kind of we do all these shows and we all look in certain different ways. I know I'll be looking in like random spots too, like you just mentioned, but I kind of agree with you. Talk about it, brother. What's going on with the Draymond? You think it's a mismatch as far as on the side there? It's a OKC.
Well,
Obviously, we always think about going against their rebounds. I don't have nobody to rebound, but oh, you know what though? In this game, I did look at Klay Thompson over 21 and a half points. I think that one, that was something I did look at.
hey, well, it could be Draymond dishing it to him or however we got to get it. But I like Draymond over his rebounds and assists at 15 and a half and his rebounds at 8.5. You already mentioned it. We attack or we focus on the big man against OKC. They're, I think, the worst rebounding team in the league for the season. They're bottom
Hmm.
five the last 5 games. And Draymond has hit this rebound number 8.5, 10 of his last 15 games. If you look at the last 3 where he actually was starting in place of Looney, I mean, it was more like 11, 12,
Mm,
13. Like 8.5 is way too low. And you know
mm.
he's going to be involved in the offense. He could grab the board and push it in transition. He could dump it off the screens like we always see these clips with him and Clay or Steph or whatever the case may be. So his rebounds and assists, his hit 6 of the last 8. I like it. His rebounds, his hit 10 of the last 15. I like it. I think he's the play today.
Man, see, that's why I think I'm already liking this show shit right now already because that's something that wasn't on my radar. I looked at the game. I was only focused on points. I don't know why I didn't think about the rebounds. And like you said, we normally try to go against these dudes. I was thinking more so on the side. I think that's probably why I didn't focus on the props too much. And honestly, the Clay Thompson, I brought that up with Chris and YC on on their show. So that's the only reason why I even had that one written down. But yeah, man. So I agree with you, bro, with that 8.5. You damn sure right. Especially in the place of Looney. I didn't even know Looney wasn't playing today.
No, it's not that he's not playing. It's just that like they started trying to get back to the small ball
Oh,
lineup,
okay,
and
got you.
they start Draymond. They bring Looney off the bench.
Got you.
The last game they just played though, Wiggins was out with an illness, so Looney started, but Wiggins back now, so that means Looney gonna go back to the bench.
Bet. All right, for sure. Yeah, definitely, my man. Shout out to you, my boy. And y'all make sure y'all follow Ski on if y'all don't already, man. If you don't, you under a rock. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. My boy Ski is definitely top notch. Ski Profit on Twitter. I think it's Ski Profit on Instagram as well. So, but yeah, man. I've damn. What else you liking, bro? What else you liking, man? You talking that shit, man? Speak on
Hey,
it.
we're gonna talk again in a little bit, but
All
it
top.
was some props I was looking at. Let me see. Let me run them by you real quick.
All right, cool.
I
Hey,
had
also, while you doing that, bro, I know Ronald said he liked the Trailblazers. You know how I like to look. I like to put my early bets in all the games I like early because I start. And if I win, bro, I might be looking at some shit later on. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of agree with him saying that the Blazers may be a good spot here. Maybe even the Blazers early. I didn't even say that to him yet, but uh, I just brought that out there while you're looking through to what you're talking about. But I was just gonna say, man, that may be a little sneaky spot that I might be tweeting out later on. I told the bro, like, don't cancel it out yet. But shout out to the chat, man. Everybody up in here, y'all giving it up. I'm sorry for not saying anything. Boston Nick in here. We got Tori. We got Tori up in
all the
here.
homies.
All the homies up in here. Mitch up in here. We up in here thick. We up in here thick. Tank. I see my boy Hank. I see Ty up in here. Ty was on Spaces as well. I appreciate you, bruh. And Spaces up in here cracking. What's up with y'all, man? If y'all want to come in here and speak, just I definitely will send you guys an invite. I know I see my boy Fernie up in here. We definitely want to talk to Fernie because his team his team lost. You feel me? So we want to talk to Fernie. We want to hold on. I got a sound effect for my boy Fernie. Hey, I'm fucking with you
If
though,
Bernie was
Fernie.
talking big shit too,
Yo,
but that's my boy though.
Freddie was talking mad shit. He was though. But yeah, man. What else you thinking though, Ski? What else you thinking? Like, well, I like this Draymond prop, bro. I might have to just lock in on that, bro.
Let me. I wanted to ask you about Detroit. You rocking with Duran? I know you played him a couple times, didn't you?
Yeah,
You
low
gonna play
key.
his double double or something? Because Dallas is worst team versus rebounds last 5 games.
Yeah, and I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I think that Durant, I mean, we know what's up. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that Isaiah Stewart is still out. I gotta look that up. But that's another thing. Like as far as like the props, I didn't get right to it. But Durant is always one of those dudes, bruh. He's one of those dudes that we kind of like he rises and honestly he just played tough. Really, that's what it is. He just played tough against all those boys down there. And going against the Mavericks, is Christian Wood still out? Right? Christian Wood
Yeah,
still out?
Wood is out. Cleaver's out. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I kind of would go back to the well with Durant. I'm not sure what has been looking at. I'm about to pull that up right now, bro. Let me see.
I think the last time I seen his rebounds, they started putting it at 10.5 or something. I think that's why I started looking at double double. But if I didn't go with him in that game, I mean, if Luca don't play, I bet Spencer points. That
Oh
got to
yeah,
be the
yeah.
look, right?
Nah, yeah, definitely. When you had it the last time, it was at 18 and a half. I hopped on it, and
Yeah,
then I obviously it's been going crazy and he's been going crazy with it. So especially if Luka's out, bro, we know who's going to get the big bulk of the ball distributing duties. Is definitely going to be Spencer. And honestly, in this game is a definitely it's a good prop game, but isn't this one of the lower totals? I think this total is at 229 and a half. Okay, so it's not that low, but I know it ain't the Raptors Suns total, that's for sure. But as far as this game,
Yeah.
I was kind of trying to stay away from the props just based off the total. But you talking about some good ones right there, bro. Um, no way, no way. You know what? What's his double double though? Is it double double at +2 or plus 180 or something around there? As far as for Duran.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I honestly didn't even see it. I'm just talking it out with you.
Nah, yeah, I think that might be like it might be at a good spot though, bro. I'm just like spitballing like off the head, and I
Yeah, that's
think
all I'm
that
doing. I'm just
yeah,
trying to
I
talk it
think
out with
nah for
you.
real, and that's all. That's what it's about. It ain't nothing. Yeah, look, I said it's at +180, +200. It's at +190, and I think that
Okay,
might
there we
be
go,
it.
right
That
there.
we right on point with that. I think we right on point
That
with that.
that that must mean Stewart playing though, because when Stewart was out, it was more like +120.
Okay, let me double check and see because I know he was missing some games, bro. Twitter is our friend here. And shout out to everybody on Twitter Spaces locked in with us as well, man. Make sure y'all follow those beat writers, bro. That's free help. You know what I'm saying? They definitely
Yep.
tell you what's going on. So Isaiah Stewart, as far as the last game, I don't know if he played the last game, but I know the game that I was on that team or I was betting against him, he wasn't there. But as far as his status for today, nah, we don't got anything. Everybody trying to come. We don't have anything confirmed yet.
It's all
Oh, but
good.
you know what? I
I
heard
still
that he
think
was
he was
in a
probably
lot of
like
trade rumors too. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's like one of those guys that randomly just disappears off the trade, like just based off of trades. I heard a lot of rumors
yeah.
tied to him too. So, um, yeah, just saying that randomly.
I
Yeah.
I know you be betting 3-point props
Mm-hmm.
more than I do. When you think about Kuzma, I mean, I feel like we should always try to look at somebody versus the Spurs. They're the worst 3-point defense, and Kuzma be knocking them shits down.
Cool. And shout out to Edge House because I'm on the website right now. I'm looking over their last three weeks.
See, I know you got the tools over
Yeah,
there.
I pulled it up. So last 3 weeks, Kuzma's set at 2.5, 66%. 66%, -115. Um, and honestly, you know what? Somebody, I think LJ and Twitter, I'm sorry, not on Twitter, but on YouTube, he said the first quarter. I kind of agree with that, bro. I kind of agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as the that Kuzma look, you might be right, bro. I like that Rui's going. I like that Rui's going, and I like that KP is coming back too. I think KP is coming back. He could be another guy you want to focus on as well because he's ranked. He's at 66%, but it's only been 3 games, so it's not that much. You know what I'm saying? He only hit 2 out of the last 3. But the opponent in the Spurs, they're dead last in forwards. So as far as centers for the 3, so they give up the center 3, and it's probably because they trying to focus on the rebounding. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah,
It's probably because they
like
trying to
Porto
focus on
can't he can't leave.
yo, he can't
He
leave.
can't leave, bro. They ain't gonna get no boards.
Yo, KP might be even better because it's at 1.5, I think. But at the same time, both of them hitting at 66. Again, it's only 2 of the last 3 for KP, but it's actually I think four of the last 6 games for Kuzma. So I like that look. I like
I'm
both of
looking
those
at it
actually.
too. Yeah, Kuzma he hit 5 of the last 7. I'm pulling up shit. Porzingis then had 3+ for the last 5 games.
Shit, I'm telling you, shit. Hey, shout out to y'all tuning in because I didn't have that written down. That was all improv right there. And we're gonna have to make this one on the write down. We're gonna have to write this one down, bro. KP.
Remember, is it Low Shack? Write it down.
Right, yeah, write it. Hey, yo, yeah. Then shout out to Peter Loshak. I'll be doing the show with him tomorrow. And I'm definitely gonna tell you, yo, write it down, bro. And Kuzma. Yeah, man. Kuzma over 2.5, bro. I love both of those looks. I like the props today, man. We seeing the totals real high. Don't stress yourself out on the side, man. Take one of these props. It's free stats to be accumulated. Everybody trying to get traded to their best destination. You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe right now. And again, shout out to everybody in the chat. KC. You know what I'm saying? She ain't spamming today. I'm actually disappointed in you, Casey. You ain't spamming today. But shout out to Mitch. Shout out to LJ.
It's
ODZ.
because we didn't get to the Warriors game yet. That's why.
Well, let's do let's do it there, brother. Shout out to Joey
No,
Work.
Yeah, I
that's
got a
amazing.
special. I got a special for LJ out here.
Go
I
ahead,
was
B.
just looking up DeLon Wright steals. He's gotten two or more, and 8 of the last 10, and sitting at plus 105. Fast-paced Spurs team. Chance at some garbage time too. So I'm seeing DeLon Wright getting some extra minutes today, and getting his hands on some steals.
Love it,
So
bro.
he's gone with 3-3-3, 2-2 in his last 5, except he got 0 last game. But the 5 before that, he's got 3-3-3-2-2. So plus 105 for over 1.5 steals. Liking that. That's an LJ special.
Shout out to LJ. Shout out to LJ because he definitely be on those steals and block props. He always be on that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sammy B as well. Sammy B hopped in here. You got something to share, Sammy B?
Yeah, I got two quick plays. Props today. Looking at SGA over points, rebounds, and assists over 42.5. He's hit this the last 4 games straight, and I got Ant over 38.5 PRA. He's hit that in the last 4 games straight as well.
Yeah, I'm fucking with that. That Ant Edwards, bro. That one perked my ears. No, no homo there, bro. But that one definitely got my attention there. I think Ant Edwards just continue the ball, bro. Timberwolves. I got a money line minus 105. It definitely correlates with his PRA. I definitely agree with those looks as well, man. Hopefully y'all cash here, bro. I didn't plan on getting here too long because, like my guy Ski said, we do got another show we got to do on Pub Sports. Make sure y'all tune in, lock in on Pub Sports as well. We'll be doing a show there every 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, man, I really appreciate everybody for hopping in. I definitely got to do more of these. Seems like it's gonna be a successful season because my boy, man, Ski just hit me with 3 good ones. Draymond over 8.5 rebounds, KP over 1.5 3-point makes. We kind of figured out on that. Kuzma over 2.5 3-point makes. Maybe one or the other, but lock in with us on the pub. We'll probably make those official on that show or later on Twitter here. Follow me on Twitter, TrotWham on Twitter, and also my guy Ski Profit on Twitter. Make sure y'all follow the speakers here that was in the spaces. Ski Profit, my guy Big Mitch and Ness at Mitch and Ness, and then also Sammy B at Bada G. I was like BATTAGS 85. I don't want to mess up your name, bro. So shout out to Sammy B there. But make sure y'all follow everybody in here. Anything else that anybody on the panel want to say? Ski, Big Meat, Sammy, before we head up out of here, bro?
Yeah, I got one quick one. Top play of the day, another special for LJ. Steals and blocks. I'm on Jalen Williams for OKC, over 1.5 steals and blocks. It's around minus 115, minus 120. He has not hit. He's only hit in 2 of his last 4, but he hit in 10 straight before that. And Golden State has got the highest turnover rate on the road and second highest turnover rate overall in the league. OKC forcing the most turnovers this year, so I'm liking that one from Jalen Williams. Think he's gonna get some hands on some steals and some blocks tonight.
Shout out to Jalen Williams, man. That boy is a definite monster out there. And shout out to you, Big Meech, for sharing. Anything from you, Ski, you want to end the people off with, bro?
Good shit, good show. I'll be rocking with you in a few minutes, so I'll let you
know.
in.
Yeah, you already know. You already know. Sammy B, what about you, King? You got anything, bro?
I got 2 plays. You might call me a homer. I'm from Toronto, so I'm on the Raps tonight. That line opened plus 2.5, down to 1.5. I don't know. Raps are coming out swinging on this road trip. They're gonna make a point. They either gotta pack it in or they're making a run. So I think they're gonna hold strong tonight. And OKC plus 5, man. I don't know. Golden State, they're bums on the road. OKC, take the points.
All right, shout out to Sammy B. Good points there. Everybody else, appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, man. We out this motherfucker, man. We'll be back. Holla at y'all.